time for Dents and Dreams, a paintless dent repair podcast focusing on how you can use the fruits of this wonderful trade we call PBR to achieve your wildest dreams. I'm John Bideen, your friendly neighborhood dent reaper and host of Dents and Dreams. Now, let's get started. All right. I don't know how many times we've tried this, Crystal. Crystal Ellison is my guest, and technical difficulties happen, people. So it's been an interesting ride this afternoon. But I am once again honored to have you on here, Crystal. It's good to see you for the fourth or fifth time now. Anyway, so. Yeah, I think a lot of people know who you are. Crystal Ellison of PUSHMETAL Gear and CD Dents out of Michigan. And I think, if we can just go through a quick origin story. How did you get started pushing, and how did you get to where you're at now?
Yes. So, Dwayne, I've been in the car business since I was 18 years old. Sold cars from 18 to 21, moved into finance from 21 to 28. And Dwayne was our dent guy and wanted to go out on his own and had a non-compete. So we went and seen a couple of attorneys, and both attorneys said we could probably weasel you out, but they're going to hold you up in court. So is there any opportunity to leave the state, because they understand our industry? So within 3-4 weeks, we hit the road. We bought a fifth wheel and a truck, and hooked up with some people in Texas. And Dwayne said, start on hoods. So I learned on Texas Hail. Got thrown in the mix. I would help R&I. They always said just don't get it past the point where we can't go back and fix it. Which essentially, I cracked paint. Looked like wads of paper on the hood, of course. But fast forward, we've been in business about 13 and a half years now. And we've owned the PUSHMETAL brand for about 4 years now. And, we have a lot of fun with that. Of course, you guys, a lot of you guys know the brand with, the merch, but we also do messages behind the brand and tie in youth events with the PUSHMETAL brand and workshops with the CD Dents business. And, I like to do fun, connecting factors to bring awareness to, the dent business without always being in everybody's face on selling the dent business. So it's definitely a really cool outlet.
Yeah, and I've seen a couple posts on that. You did some workshops with some younger kids in the community, and
yeah,
what brought that on? That was so cool.
Yeah, sometimes you just wake up and want to do stuff. So I thought, all right, this is what I want to do, and that those youth events were free to the community. And when I started putting on my focus board, my main objectives, my agenda behind it, and just all the fun things that I could do in connection to that. We had a little ladies metalworking event, which I knew would be a blast. And with me, being woman in our, industry, that was really cool for the little girls to see. And then we did a little guys metalworking workshop. I had our two guys, our little boys here, and we did that on Father's Day weekend, which was a big hit for the dads. And then we paired up with them in Michigan Mustang Club. So that was really cool, because as an exiting plan, we raised up the back bay, and the Mustang Club brought 5 of their vehicles. So we had a miniature car show in the back, and the boys were able to get a photo opportunity with that. So really, sometimes I have these crazy ideas, and I just put those in front of me and then come up with, just the how-tos and the whys and all of that. And some of those come easier than others. I'm usually uptight about them all because I'm, you know, that's just who I am. Um, but yeah, we do all kinds of fun stuff like that.
Yeah, that's really cool. Really cool. Yeah, it's got to be a blast to see the kids in there and with their dads or their parents or just anybody. I mean, I've had my daughter back in the garage a few times pushing dents and just to see how she would react to it. And I don't think it's going to be in her future. She's not that intrigued, but it's still fun nonetheless. And yeah, to have a whole crew of them would be an interesting day, I'm sure. So yeah, that
Yeah.
is super awesome. So, I mean, as long as we're talking events, I mean, how could I just avoid talking about the Push Metal Seminar? Why don't you tell everybody what this is and what it's about and when it is?
Yeah. So it's March 19th through the 21st. It's a 3-day event, and I'm capping it to 20 attendees. And, really a lot of the workshops and things that I've been a part of or, that we've seen in the industry are really geared towards mainly the goal tools, or mainly training. Uh, um, this is going to be something much different. We're really, if anybody knows me, I really like to push dents. I really like, marketing aspects, but I really love to lift people up. I am really comfortable in navigating through uncomfortable conversations and situations. And I have a really cool background and a really cool story. And there's aspects of me that are really unique that I the fact that I can understand that into technicians that need it. This workshop may not be for everybody because we're going to dig deep. We're going to help the guys understand that, listen, you buy all the right tools, okay? You are plugged into all the valuable podcasts and the forums. If you get and you can't go make $50 or $100 because you're sitting and shitting your pants because you don't know how to talk to a customer, you don't know how to talk to another business, you don't know how to network. If you are uncomfortable in those things, I want to be able to help connect those dots and fill those gaps for you. There's going to be 6 discussion points. We're going to have success step worksheets that I'm working on from now until then. I'm sure I'll revamp until I'm happy. I do have a body shop manager from a dealership coming in that we have a very open and transparent relationship with. We're going to be talking about the wholesale versus retail perception of a PDR technician that comes into a body shop or a dealership, because he has us come in for the insurance and the retail side, but they also have their 20-year, sale date guy. He understands the expectations between the two. Um, and we understand our place. It's nothing to get emotional about. We don't need every job. There's a ton of place for us, and that's where we're plugged in. I also have an insurance agent uh, friend coming in that's part of my group. And she's going to be coming in and talking about some different aspects from the agency point of view, community networking, what conversations should look like. And so I'm really excited to have these people in. John, of course, we're going to have you there. Cliff is going to be running Stanliner. As most of you know, he's a certified technician through Stanliner. Woody Cost, Dent Tools is going to be here. Dave Stream, Edgy Tools. I may surprise that's on the fence. I'm waiting to hear back on. But of course,
Everybody loves surprises.
Right? Like everybody loves surprises. Questions. the 3 days, I think if you were to count at the hours, we have about 12, 13 hours sporadically designated to work metal on 3, 4 stations, possibly 5. I haven't decided yet. And we have about 12 to 13 hours of 6 very intentional discussion points. And then we're going to have our success step worksheets to go along with each of those. And we're going to dive deep into those and meet the technicians where they are, as far as being a beginner or an intermediate person in their knowledge of our topics. We're going to meet these guys or gals where they are. We're going to help them hopefully connect the dots on what their situation looks like. And we're just going to exploit these discussions, hopefully to the potential, so they leave. We're not here pumping them up to where they go home and they feel deflated. We want them to, we're going to hone in, they say keep it stupid, right? So we're going to do our best to hone in on the keep it simple stupid, whether it be networking, whether it be, just that we have a lot of topics. There's a lot to cover. So, if you guys are thinking about coming, you're going to want to be prepared to dig deep, and you're going to want to understand that you're going to have to answer questions, for yourself and others, as we do this confidentially, and comfortably in front of each other and be accountable to each other so that we can help you not just be a great PDR tech, okay? We want to help you be well-rounded on the things that maybe you're not being as comfortable with. We want to help fill the gaps so that you can make money, okay? If your community doesn't know you, they don't care that you can push dents.
Absolutely.
So
yeah.
We're gonna see who we can help out here. So.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's a huge thing is being able to get out in front of the people that need to actually see you, and being able to communicate with them clearly, and then, like you say, being accountable on those things. And it's surprising how few things you actually have to do, as long as you're doing them well, in order to communicate with the right people in the community to get the work that you need to get to keep yourself busy. I mean, I struggle with certain things, posting regularly, etc., and it doesn't matter because I've got the foundation built that I'm so dang busy. I'm trying to hire more guys and trying to grow in that aspect now, which is a totally different animal. And I think a lot of guys, depending on where they are going to learn a lot. And quite frankly, I think I'm going to learn a lot too. So I'm excited for that aspect as well. So yeah, that's going to be awesome. Sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Yeah. So, like I say, I'm excited. I'm hoping to learn a lot. And just to reiterate, that is March. What's the actual dates? I'm not looking at my calendar.
Yeah, so it's on March 19th through the 21st.
March 19th through the 21st, Friday through Sunday. And that's at your shop in Michigan, correct?
Correct. Yep. We're gonna, we'll be providing lunch all 3 days. We will have an hour set aside on the first day for, a meet and greet, the shit, eat some donuts, some coffee kind of thing. And day 2 and day 3, 8 a.m., we're going to jump right in, this is really not going to be a bullshit session. I want the guys to come and have the expectation to put in the work, to understand that, anybody that's worked with me on, our hailstorm last year, or has worked with me on some other things behind the scenes. There's the unicorn butterfly side of Crystal that some people see, and there's the really uptight, intense, get it done side of Crystal, and that's the side that the attendees are going to get because it's needed. And I wouldn't even have the heart to do this if I didn't build the phone calls. I get these calls. A lot of you guys get these calls, and you can only do so much connecting online in forums. You can only do so much listening in podcasts. You can only do so much, talking. And sometimes it's time to do. And guys that need it, you know what I'm talking about. you know,
Yeah. Oh,
there's,
absolutely.
I've
I've
and
gotten,
everybody learns.
yeah, sorry. Yeah, I've gotten many calls over the years from different guys across the country, and asking for help in some of those regards. And I've had the opportunity to attend other events and be part of mastermind groups that have really, really helped me to take things incrementally to the next level. And I think the accountability piece is huge, and I think the networking that you get at smaller events like this as well is irreplaceable. So I'm excited for many reasons, and I just hope to see all these guys and or gals be able to grow and grow their businesses and take the steps in the right direction to have a happy, healthy business. And we are freezing up again. It seems like this
I
is a
know. It's hit and miss, huh?
yeah. So, well, I'm not sure, Crystal. My
So,
daughter's in there doing online school right now, so that might have something to do with it. Yeah, my speed test is back down to garbage, and we were
it's
great when we started. So maybe this will just have to be an abbreviated version of the Dents and Dreams podcast. But let's try to get. There's two questions I like to ask everybody, and let's try to get that in because continuity. Why not? So the first question, Crystal, is what is one question you get in the PDR industry, whether it be from a customer or anybody that you deal with in business? One question you get consistently that just irks you. It bothers you because it's either just stupid or some sort of PDR myth. You run into something like that on a regular basis that gets your goat.
there's not much that irritates me anymore. In the past, what would irritate me was, can you suck the dent out? Right? Can you roll the dent out? So now what I've learned is I just smile, right? Like this. And I say, sure, we metalwork. That's what we do here. It's the only service that we offer. Let's take a look at it for you. So what I've learned is instead of getting caught up in, getting irritated about it, like we do in the forums and we make fun of the, customers and clients sometimes. Instead of that, now we've switched up starting, and so it's really fun for me to hear a salesperson call and need to bring something to the retail location, and they say, Crystal, I've got a quarter size dent that I need you guys to metal work out. Perfect. Can you send me those 3 pictures that I usually ask for? Great. And then customers, they come in a second time or they refer someone else. Instead of, getting frustrated like we do when we're using educated uh, terminology to help sell the service, um, and just kind of switch it up a little bit, they will then mirror you when you're nice about it and smiling and shaking your head. Yes, yes, we are here to service you and we're here to metalwork that out for you. Let's go take a look at that for you. You know, so it used to irritate me, but there's not much. There's not much. I don't think that I have any questions now that come up that I'm like, damn it. You know, I don't think I get any more of those,
Yeah,
lately.
absolutely. Well, I mean, and that kind of ties into the second question I typically ask, and that is, what can we do as a PDR community to better educate the public? I mean, we're capturing such a small portion of the available market out there. So many dents are getting fixed at body shops, and a lot of people don't know what paintless dent repair is. So, what are some of the things that we can do to increase that awareness in the public's perception?
So I think that looks a little different for everybody, John. For us, what we've done is we have invited, in very creative and unique ways, we've invited the public in. We've invited the car clubs in. We've switched our terminology. We've trained the salespeople. We don't do any wholesale pricing anymore. They're calling us for a reason. We don't come to their lot for Georging stuff. You know, they get priced out just like a retail customer because what to expect. The biggest thing is you've got to set the boundaries. You have to set the value, and I think that the terminology and the demeanor, what you can get away with, looks different for everyone. But if I had something encouraging to intercede on this, invite the public in. They don't know what you do. We switched for quite a while. We were calling ourselves a dent shop because at the end of the day, most of the public just wanted the dent out. They didn't care how it came out. They wanted it looking good. That's it. So we dropped. I did some experiments on some of my campaigns within my marketing ads, and started putting dent shop. And you know what? When we started scaling up in Google, for and people were finding us in the midst of body shops. And then we took up the whole page of Google. You know, when you start making these baby steps, over time they work, and people will have a better understanding of who you are, what you're about. But you have to not be afraid to pull these people in. You have to boundary in the standard in pricing. You have to be able to look people in the eye and help them understand what your passion is. You have to help them understand that you're there to serve them. And guess what? They're going to serve you by hand over those dollar bills, and you're going to earn their business because you're there. You're there and you want to do a good job for them. So you have to be able to talk to people. You have to be honest with people. You have to explain things to people. If somebody comes to my shop and says, sure, I can suck that dent out, right? And I'm charging them $300 on a 10-minute repair, they're probably going to be pissed off, you know, or maybe they won't, but it really doesn't bring any value to them. When you're educating them on a unique process and you bring them in to the process, then it's very easy to close that customer. They're already sold. You're not, you know, sitting back on your phone trying to waste another 30 minutes because you feel bad. You're like, man, I got this thing. That metal moves so nice for me. You to go about your day a little bit quicker today. I got that metal worked out. Come on back. You know, you want to bring people on the journey with you. You want to help them understand that what you do is unique trick. It takes years of skill level. It's a lot of money and tools, and not everybody can do it. But if you don't teach them that, they're not going to know any better. And then what are we going to do? We're going to hit all of the PDR forms and complain that our customers don't know any better. That is up to you. That's the part of the accountability in your community and your business. And that's what I'm covering in the workshop. But I really feel strongly about that. That is up to us individually to put that in front of the community. And sometimes the ads aren't going to teach them that. Maybe you have to do, creative workshops like we do. Maybe you have to do demos. Maybe you have to do, I don't know. There's a bunch of different things, that you can read on that work for you in your area. But the associations that you can pair up with, you have to be intentional in teaching people and bringing them in. You have to be comfortable with that. That would be
Yeah,
my advice.
absolutely. Absolutely. The consumer education piece is huge. And that's why I ask those questions in succession, because the opportunities are there. We get those what seem like silly questions, and we can't just continue to blow them off or laugh them off. That's an opportunity right there, and it's really easy to shake your head and laugh at someone when they say, "Can you suck that dent out?" But if you take the time to explain what paintless dent repair is and the skill and the training that is required, then you may have just created another salesperson or another referral for years to come. So it's kind of the
Right,
purpose
like
for all of that.
that. 100%. Yeah, you have to be able to what's the best way to explain it? You have to be able to connect with people. You have to be able to, if you don't give a shit what they're not giving a shit, right? That's just it.
Yeah,
We
absolutely.
spend a lot of time, a lot of effort, a lot of physical effort, a lot of emotional effort, and it's okay to show the consumer or the public that. It's okay to show them that your heart is what you put into your business and your blood, sweat, and tears this year. We don't, you don't have to have the fancy logos. You don't have to have the fancy clothes. You got to be able to connect with the community. You have to be able to get out of your chair, off your ass, get your feet to the pavement, and figure it out. You have to talk to people. You have to bring them in. You have to bring them by the groups. You have to teach them what you do. That's what I love. I don't make a lot of money off push metal stuff. I have a lot of inventory sitting, but I have inventory, that we sell retail. We do some wholesale stuff. We do some stuff locally, but I also use this brand as a catalyst, and to help launch other opportunities within the brand itself, but also connect with the community, connect it to the business. You have to sometimes be creative and find out what's on your heart and what means what to you, so that you know that you're not wasting your time, so that you know that the words coming out of your lungs and out of your mouth mean something to you and somebody else. And people know that and they feel it. And when you're excited about something, you get other people excited. When your feet move, you want to make them move with you. And especially right now, where, John, this past year has been very emotional for people, me included. We've had some really, really good ups with our hailstorm last year. I've had some personal, things, my, mom passing, just some other things going on, that COVID. We had floods here in the community. Everybody was underwater. Um, People want to feel connected. They want to feel your heart in everything you do. And, you don't have to sit and hug them and sing kumbaya, but you love what you do and you make money, you better get your ass out there and get people in your business so that they understand what you're about. And they fall in love with service, but they fall in love and they're attracted to you. They're attracted
Oh,
to your passion so that when they leave, they remember you, you know?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Money follows passion is what they say, and the shortest way to reiterate everything that you just said. Crystal, you make me want to get my butt to work here today. I planned on taking the rest of the afternoon off, but I'm you got me itching to go. I love it. So yeah, but that would probably bring me to a good spot to do the quote of the day, which I like to do on every episode, and I thought this would be a good one for today. And it reads, surround yourself with people who have dreams, desires, and ambition. They'll help you push for and realize your own. So, just like I said about some of these smaller events and the networking within your community, if people understand that we have passion for what we do and that we do want to take our businesses to the next level, it's really surprising how when you get a small group together like that, everybody is going to help lift each other up, and we can all learn from each other, and we can all grow together. And there's been just a huge groundswell of that within our community over the last, 5-6 years, it feels like. And it just continues to grow and evolve, and it's really good to see. And I just can't wait to see how far we can take it together. So that would be my point on that. So I appreciate you putting on this event, and everybody who's doing events, the Mega Media, the advanced skills seminars, going back to the PDR college days. All of these things just help all of us get better, and it's really great to see and really great to be a part of. So I'm honored. So thank you.
Thank you guys.
Super awesome. Well, this is probably a shorter than average episode of Dents and Dreams, but I know you got to get going. It got cut short because of some of our technical difficulties, but I'm sure we'll have another opportunity here in the future. And I can't wait to see you in March, the 19th through the 21st. I'm sure you guys won't be able to miss it if you're on Facebook in the groups or any of that stuff. Just look that up. Otherwise, do you have a web domain for the seminar?
That link will be created tomorrow or the following day. And trust me, it will be blasted everywhere. You guys will be sick of it, and you'll probably you're gonna want to plug into the workshop if it's if speaking to you already. I'll be unveiling some more details and going into a little bit more discussion in the upcoming weeks. But trust me, you are gonna want to be 120. I should say we've got 18 spots left, actually, because I've got 2 commitments. So I've got 18 spots, but capping it at 20. But yeah, it's all of my heart, and it's all of my experience. And we're just gonna lay it on the table, you guys. I know for a fact we're going to be filling this workshop quickly. So I'll be dropping the link in the next day or two. And like I said, trust me, everybody will see it for sure.
Super awesome. Super awesome. All right. Well, I can't wait to see everybody there, and can't wait to get going on it. So with that, I will, is there anything I forgot, Crystal? Is there anything I forgot to mention that we need to cover?
No, not
Look
today.
at that. We're batting 1,000 today. All right, guys. We'll hopefully see you at the Push Metal seminar. And until then, live your dreams. just wanted to thank you for listening to another episode of Dents and Dreams. And if you have any questions, comments, concerns, compliments, or complaints, I can be reached at Dent Reaper across social media. And be sure to subscribe to the Dents and Dreams Facebook group and or YouTube channel, because that's where it'll happen if and when we go live. Thanks again.